I like drinking clean water. There are a lot of options for doing water filtration. Being the engineer that I am, wanting to get the best system we can on our boat, I decided to start doing some research. And I found this article from Practical Sailor that actually talks about the various water filtration systems and filters and all that are put on boats. I'll leave a link up here in the corner. Talking about water filters, there are a few different water filters out there. Usually, the water filters that you can buy are certified according to the NSF or ANSI standards. There's multiples of these, and I feel like the ones we care about on our boats start with the first one, which is NSF ANSI 42. What this one describes is basically a Brita or RV filter on your water hose. All it really does is it removes the chlorine or other aesthetic impurities just to make it have a better taste or odor. This kind of filter is good enough if you don't have any major concerns about where you're getting your water from. The next one we care about is NSF ANSI 53. These are filters that are certified to reduce certain health effects. And usually these are health effects that are set by the US EPA or Health Canada. One of the next steps up is then NSF ANSI 55, and this one describes the ultraviolet UV water filtration systems. With these systems, they use UV to kill off bacteria and viruses in water. Here, there are two different classes. There's a Class A and a Class B. With Class A systems, they kill and eliminate all bacteria and viruses that are in the water. Class B, all it does is eliminate or kill the non-disease causing bacteria and viruses. So continuing on to some other certifications water filters can have that we might care about are NSF ANSI 401, and this is for treatment systems at point of use, like your faucet, and also point of entry systems for what they treat is the emerging contaminants that we might care about in our water system. These can be pharmaceuticals or chemicals that the EPA or Health Canada don't regulate yet. Then another one is the NSF P231, and this is microbiological water purifiers that is certified for health and sanitation based on recommendations of EPA's Task Force Report Guide Standard and Protocol for Testing Microbiological Water Purifiers, 1987, Annex B. Yes, I had to look at my notes for that one. So what is it that we're going to choose on our boat? We want to stay friendly to our budget, and we want something that we know is going to work. We ended up choosing our filters for NSF ANSI 53. In my research, looking at all these water filters, we also want a water filter that's going to be readily available. If someone decides to stop producing it one day, we're not left unable to replace it. So we want a standard size with all the standard stuff, and we want to be friendly to our budget. The filter that we ended up choosing is looking at my notes, the Pentec Flow Plus 10 carbon filter. This is a really cool filter. It filters at half a micron. It's been really effective the past few months that we've had it installed on the boat. It's also an expensive filter, costing about $30 to $35 per filter, but I think that's worthwhile because I think we can get 6 months to a year out of each filter that we use. The other thing that's nice about it is also comes in standard sizes for standard size filter housing. So we ended up choosing a standard Pentec filter housing. I then went and got a super cheap faucet off Amazon that's meant for drinking water. It costs about 25 bucks. I will leave links for all the parts in the description, in a comment, maybe along the side if I can. I don't know, wherever I can put them. On our marble countertops, we have 3 faucets, 2 hand pump faucets, then we have our galley faucet sitting in the center. We really don't want to be destructive here in removing any of this. These are nice hand pump faucets. I don't want to cut them out and destroy our chances of having a nice hand pump faucet on our counter. But I also don't want to be drilling a hole into our marble countertops. Let's just try to gently remove one of these things.
It's late at night. We got the tools in we needed for cranking on the faucet. Plumber sockets. That's what we got. We're gonna try these and we're gonna see what happens. In goes the socket. Not budging. I'm not getting it to budge. We are trying again at doing the filtered water. Instead of doing the fresh water pump and pulling that one out, we're gonna try doing the saltwater pump. It's gonna be a little bit more involved to take it out because this hose can let water through right now. So we're gonna have to put a bung on it when we remove it. But the nut here looks a lot better, so maybe we'll have better luck at removing it. All right, time to get to work. All right, lefty loosey, right? Yep. We are back underneath the sink, and we're going to be trying to remove the old hand pump faucets.
We got an impact wrench and a giant impact socket, and one click and the nuts came off.
5 seconds later, this is the nut. The impact driver got it off. Yay! How's the hole look? Hole looks pretty good. And there's the hole. Hi. Just got this one unbolted and it lifts right out. Yippee! Since we got this faucet removed, we can finally talk about getting all this installed. So we're going to be teeing into the cold water side of our kitchen faucet, and we're going to be just going into a filter element. And we're going to be using one of these filters. Once it's gone through this filter, we have a nice little faucet that will just sit right here. Yeah! I get to install all this. So that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll call it good. Alright.
Yeah, we have a fresh water faucet on the boat now. So in conclusion, this project took way too long and we should have prioritized it a long time ago. If we started with the penetrating oil sooner, if we got an impact wrench sooner, we probably could have had this system done when we started it, when we first bought the boat. But hey, we have clean drinking water on the boat now. And I'd say it's been working like a champ. I'm pretty happy with the system. I do recommend the filter we're using. I suspect we'll get about 6 to 12 months on the filter. We'll see how it is when I go to change it. Anyways, I'm going to go back to drinking my very clean water. Thank you for watching. See you next time.